Hey there, and welcome back to Elden Ring and our narrative lore playthrough. We are moving through the Consecrated Snowfields, which is not super clear how large it's going to be. I mean, we have this huge swath of map up here. It can't be all of it. Granted, some of the sections of the Mountaintops of Giants have been pretty big. But there is a map thing up ahead, pretty far along on this road that we can kind of see. There's a weird thing right there, if that is actually something. Gentle lights. The ghost tells us that gentle lights will take us and guide us on the way to the Halic tree. We're actually going to swap out our weapon on this one. I'm trying and switch it up every now and then. Use some different weapons, you know. So I think instead of kind of immediately going for the path and the map, I think we're going to try and explore along the side. I mean, when we come out here, there is actually, this looks like a pretty convenient little side path, right? So let's check it out. I have never actually done that before. Just looked over and said, wow, that is a path to go along. It looks to be just kind of rocks, snow, items. It's weird to me that this place is kind of hidden away, right? Which I should say here, right? This is Forbidden Lands. I mean, the whole section is forbidden. But why is this one Consecrated Snowfields? Who consecrated it? Who declared it holy, made it holy? I imagine it would probably have to be Mikkel in some fashion, because I don't think the Golden Order or America finds this place particularly holy. And let's think about the place we're going to. It's the Halic tree. It's holy. So the snowfields leading up to it are going to be holy, I guess, or consecrated. And everybody on their way here seems to really find it to be such. So, yeah. Snake crystal snake snails. Here, a beetle. Question is going to be, what kind of beetle is it? Is it just a standard red-blue one? Oh, there's some glowing lights right there. Gentle glowing lights. Saltburst Missing Stone 8s. Okay, that's pretty good. Here are some of those gentle lights, like the guy was saying. I guess we are pretty close to the road again, is how we seem to have fallen. There are, looks to be commoner, or not a commoner, but a noble, digging around at this tomb. Interesting. Is he just trying to uncover it? Is he looking for something else? Or, you know, it's just a reused animation. That's just what they do when they're idle at places. They just dig in the ground. Oh, look at that. There's a cart. We're still pretty close to the road. And look, there's the Caden mercenaries. We haven't seen any of them in quite a while. Somebody's shooting crossbows at us too. Looks to be a page following the nobles, right? There we go. Now, it's very rare that we actually see a moving cart. Question's got to be, what kind of item is going to be in here? Got trolls in the way. We got to stop them so that we can actually open it. They are furry, as we've seen here in the north. Quite large looking as well. And inside the chest we find St. Trina's torch. Okay, interesting. Candle stand torch that burns with a light purple flame. The carvings depict St. Trina, but in adult form, somewhat unnervingly. The light purple flame induces sleep. Yeah, because anytime you see Trina, it's supposed to be basically a child, a youth, right? I don't know if we can get a good look at it in here in the snowfield. Triangle shaped? Interesting. Yeah, kind of hard to tell. It is very purpley. We'll try and get a better look here in a bit. There does seem to be a path over here. There are some skulls. A noble right there. Oh, and if I didn't mention it already, no camera, hardware stuff. Trying to get it figured out. It's being really jank right now. All of my stuff seems to be breaking anyways. A bunch of my software, hardware, doesn't matter. My mouse's clickers are snapping in half. All kinds of things, dude. Oh, the nobles are fighting wolves. Never seen that before. Interesting. Maybe I'll save them. because they are not really equipped very well to deal with them. And now he shoots at me. Saved your life. Your undead life. And this is how you thank me. By attacking me. Really appreciate it. Item there. Kind of feels like a trap, doesn't it? A lump of flesh. Good, good, good. Oh, what do we have? It's a doorway into some kind of catacombs. Consecrated Snowfield Catacombs. Alright. What kind of enemies are we going to find in here? Skeletons? Well, maybe not any more Deathblight kind of places since we finished up with Grank. Guess it could still be skeleton type guys. Is it going to be statue imps? I really hope not. Because they're just annoying. Yeah, it's imps. Alright. Need to have a good blunt weapon to deal with them, I think. Bleeding's no good. We got a... Do I have a mace that I've upgraded at all? Keen Morning Star. Yeah, okay. Of course. A Flowerstone Gavel. Maybe I'll do that. Go, 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 go. Oh, no, 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 you jerk. I knew it was going to happen, too. I knew it. I knew it. Give me your critical hits. Well, there's a door. It's good. Close to the beginning, I guess. Oh, path that goes up, and then this path. Well, let's do this one first. It's been a very long time since I've done this catacomb, so I don't think I actually remember how to do it. More snow breath. Yeah, there it is. Actually, I do vaguely recall this room right here, because there's going to be, yeah, big guy right there. Get this critical hit before he can smash into us. Yeah. Oh my god. Wow. I don't... The ice breath does so much damage, and it lingers. It's kind of the problem, too. Yeah, I'm really hoping to get a stagger. There we go. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah, I forgot it's a double swing. Comes a smash. Oh, where's yours? Blessing. One more hit. Oh, come on. No, no, no. Fully charged R2 might do it. There we go. These guys are no joke. All right. Ow. God, see, this is why I hate this stupid dungeon. These imps and stuff do so much damage. They just feel overtuned. They just said, oh, here's a dungeon. It's going to be difficult because the enemies are just going to do a complete ton of damage, and that's too bad. There's your difficulty. Imp head, cat. Have we gotten that one before? Don't know. Sure have. Trace amounts of feline intelligence. The wolf, lupine endurance. Visual corpse. Trace amounts of faith. There's actually a couple other ones I'd have to try and get. I'm surprised I didn't take that time to do it already. Oh, a clean rot knight. Makes some sense though, because where are we going to? We're following the path of where Millennia, Mikola goes. These were her knights. She follows with Mikola. Yeah. Go ahead, go ahead. Do your shield bash. I'll do mine. Another knight. I think there's going to be... Yeah, there's a second one right there. Naturally. There's a rot. Fully charged R2. Uh-oh. Nope. 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 Heal up. We can play it close and clever, using the Frost Breath to our advantage. There we go. Haha, gotcha. Alright, not a problem. No problem whatsoever. That's all it was. More plants. Alright, I mean, I like me some Glowwort. I like to upgrade my Spirit Summons, but also, I was kind of hoping for more. Oh, yeah. 3 heads. He's dangerous. Imped Elder. That slam can be pretty deadly if I mess it up. 1. There we go. Get some health back. Nice. Let's get him to fully charge R2. Wake up. Go back because our stamina's low. No follow-up. That's good. I kind of expected one. Beautiful. Clean fight. Just more Grave Glowwort. That was all it was for. That's all that fight was for. Oh, wait, no. We did get the helmet. I forgot about the Elder helmet. Let's read that. Head covering made from a largely unaltered head of an impish golem. Resembling an elder, it holds trace amounts of arcane knowledge of an elder. He's got horns on him. Interesting, kind of a snarly face. Reminds me a bit of the Omen stuff. Right, like this one. Bears a smirking face of an elder, twisted and wicked delight. Alright, what is the boss going to be, I wonder? Oh, fire putrid Grave Warden Duelist. Oh, so Grave Warden Duelist, but he's putrid. He's got Scarlet Rot. You see that was putrid ulcerated spirits, right? Or putrid tree spirits. Now, why is he like that, right? I mean, I guess following the pathway of millennia, maybe he follows her in some fashion, and that's how that happens to be the case, you know? We got Scarlet Rot going on. Do a little shield crash. Boom, down he goes. He looks very pale, actually. Great Glaive, Glowwort, and a Rotten Gravekeeper cloak. These guys are the gladiators. The gladiators from the Colosseums. An old tradition that became defunct after Godfrey was no longer the Elden Lord. So they no longer had a purpose. But the whole point of them before, you know, in the Colosseum, it's entertainment, but they would also wear the bronze snake that's like on their gear and stuff, and that would be a symbol, right? It's a symbol of an enemy of the Erd Tree and stuff, so it was an enemy for the people to cheer and rally against. Does the Crimson Putrid one have anything different to say, though? So this one is thick, bristly cloak eaten through by Scarlet Rot, the symbol of an underground Gravekeeper's station. So, right, you have the Gravekeeper cloak. These is defensive wear with bronze snakes worn by the gladiators, driven from the Colosseum. So they're forced to go. But it isn't till later when then they became, after they were driven, then I would say they became Gravekeepers, right? Where then they get the cloak that is the symbol of their station, right? And you can see how he throws it off as a sort of like showmanship type of thing. You know, he's back in the arena, he's back in the Colosseum, and he's gonna fight. I wonder if, can we alter it here? Yeah, sorry, Balk. I'm just gonna do it real quick, don't mind me. Yeah, cloak wrapped with bronze snakes, eaten through by Scarlet Rot. Interesting. So it still says cloak. All right, back out into the frozen waste we go. Hefty beast bones. Another body. Lots of bodies. Yeah, I was going to say, what did we see them fighting? They were fighting wolves. And so now, of course, we're getting surrounded by them. Out of the snowy depths they come. Sorry, buddy. Hefty beast bone, though. Hefty does not come from little wolves. I get the thin ones still. So where did the big beast bones come from? Oh, I hear it big. Oh, it's a red wolf. And he has a sword. We haven't seen that since, I don't think we've seen that red sword since, what's it called? Oh, God, that hurt. Oh, whoa, he's infused. What? What? Oh, I don't think I've ever seen that before. But we haven't seen them wielding a red sword like that, I think, since we fought the Red Wolf of Radigan back in the Academy. So, interesting. Maybe there was one way up in Mount Gelmir. I forgot the name of the place. It was called... what was it called? Oh, right there. No, not Siegewater. There it is. Gelmir Hero's Grave. Because that one I think was called... Was it the Champion's Red Wolf? I have to say. And this is going to sound a little wild. Because, I mean, why would you like it? But, you know, I've been playing a bit of Night Rain. And if you play by yourself, the enemies will just sort of take turns coming at you. I mean, it's super obvious at times. I mean, the other one is just sitting there staring at you while it does nothing. And then... Oh, I'm about to take a lot of damage. Oh, there's a lot of dudes. Okay. I don't like this at all. One more hit. More slam. But... You know, they just kind of sit there doing nothing, just watching you fight and potentially kicking their buddy's ass. Back here in Elden Ring, that is not the case. It is it's a free-for-all. I mean, they are all over you. Ooh, the big double swing closer. Got to watch out for him to do... Oh, heal it up. Big slam up. No. All right, we're going to move over here with the block things. We're going to shield crash them. Yeah, what you got? I would like to get a stagger, too. I tried to sprint like I was playing Night Rain. Ooh. Oh, it's too slow on the shield crash. I forget how long it takes to come up. One more swing. Counter. One more. Oh, it didn't finish him. I did the wrong thing. I'm going to take a lot of damage. Heal up. Don't let the other wolf get me, stupid little wolf. God dang it. Whips don't have a lot of stagger damage. I should probably not use that if I want to actually stagger him. There's the stagger. Oh, where's the critical hit? Come on, game. Robbed. Shield crash. Uh-oh. That was unfortunate. Sprint away. Avoid those shots. There we go. Look at that. So much easier that time. Keep it simple, stupid. There's a lot of soft glowing lights right here for some reason. This is nowhere near the road. Trina's lily. Oh, it's got a... Oh, I've never seen that. I don't think I've seen that. Let me mark it. I mean, I've probably have seen it, and I just don't remember because it's been so long. So, with the lights leading here, right? Oh, that looks like death. But with the lights going here, those are supposed to be the gentle lights guiding to Mikola's Halic tree. Is this going to take us closer to it? Or does it take us somewhere else? Consecrated Snowfield? Oh yeah, it hopped us way over here. Okay. Bunch of beetles. Trina's lily. Huge column things right there. Oh, a minor Erd tree. Oh, it took us right up to a minor Erd tree. Interesting. Okay. This one is busted up as well. Old, broken at the top. There's the Guardian. Rhymed Crystal Bud. I don't remember the exact words it says for the Rhymed Crystal Bud. Let's take a look real quick. Young plant frozen into a crystal before it could mature. Widely found in cold regions. Okay. We're going to use our bird, too. The Erdtree avatar seems a bit far away from here. Its staff is also different, right? See it there? And it's not the same usual golden avatar staff. This is a putrid one, so rot. I believe that is what we see each time the putrid ones are here. I'm pretty sure they always have that kind of staff design we just see here. always find it super interesting. It's some of the sections of it always look scaly to me, just with the way the plant life is and the way the rot is sort of I guess presenting on it. There we go. Yeah, it always just kind of looked rot-like, or scale-like to me, as it was getting flesh. But even the legs, if you see, they're even kind of fuzzier. You can see the little bits of, like, a lichen spread on it. God, the reach on this stupid axe, man. I would like the sacrificial axe so much better, so much more, if it had just a meter, not even meter, a half foot more of reach. There we go. Chopped them up. What kind of little crimson something or tier mixture are we going to get? Physic. Thorny cracked tier and ruptured cracked or crystal tier. Okay. Thorny one makes attacks, consecutive attacks grow stronger the longer they continue, but it only lasts for a short time. All right, that's kind of cool. It actually kind of fits with some Millennia stuff, because we've gotten a talisman for her before that basically gives you increased attack power when you do multiple attacks. And then these are defective crystals, which possess absolutely no medicinal qualities. All right, well, we're here. I guess we can kind of just keep going up this eastern side, right? I've never gone through the snowfield like this before. This is kind of cool. It's different. There's actually tree guardians down there, too. Oh, yeah, look at them all. Not sure I can make that drop. I want to try it, though. Also, I just realized, so I've been walking around this snowfield here on foot because I've been playing so much friggin' Night Rain. I forgot I had Torrent. Holy cow. And, yeah, awful. I could have been going through this so much more quickly. Up ahead, we can see there is a town, it looks like. We've also got Albinauric right there, lightning striking nearby. Huh. Let's go up here. These lightning sections are always sort of sketchy to me. I feel as though there's always something wild by them. There's a lot of Albinaurics, actually. Where are we, actually? Okay, so this is overlooking this section right here. So we've kind of looked down here before from Castle Saul. This is actually, yeah, see that whole section there? That's what we can see from Saul. It's a town with a big jutting thing, and it's going to be above some big open abyss, essentially. Yeah, look at that. Wild. So the Albinaurics, we know, are trying to get the Halig Tree or follow Mikola, because they're looking for their own acceptance and whatnot. And there's different generations, right? So, I don't remember which one's which, but you have the old men-looking Albinaurics. That's where we get the first part of the secret medallion, is from Albus the Albinauric, a sacred place for them. And then we have Latena, another Albinauric, but she's quite a bit different from them. And then these are even more different from both of them, but a lot more plentiful. The others you don't see very much of. These guys you see quite a bit. Or at least you see them quite a bit in, you know, Liurnia, and then all in these other sections where they're maybe trying to escape and make their own pilgrimage and just find acceptance. Soft, gentle lights again. Oh, that was a different beetle. Okay. We're actually pretty close to the map thing, so maybe we'll see what's up here. Maybe grab that. And then keep circling around and exploring. I don't want to hit the town yet. I want to just sort of do a bunch more, just peeking around at everything. Town feels like the final portion of where we'd want to go. Consecrated Snowfield. All right, let's see what it says. The route through this land, crossed east to west by a frozen river, leads to Mikola's Halig Tree. This is a path taken by those unchosen, though it is a trial all the same. All right, so by those who chosen, land of Unchosen. Interesting. Oh, so there's a portal that we took, right? Took us over right there. There's a building right here that we didn't see because it's super snowy and everything. But we haven't really gotten any sites of grace, so there's still quite a lot to do right along here. We still have the town right here too. Okay, so we're gonna need to find something. Wolves chasing something. More wolves up ahead. Oh, there's an Albinauric archer there. Oh, they're riding the wolves just like Latenna would do. Albinauric blood clot. Dang it. Oh my god. This is awful. It's gonna die. Woo. Interesting. It seemed as though she almost enchanted him to do the frost breath. How she did that command. God dang, dude, I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm alive. This sucks. I don't like fighting these guys. They're actually really annoying, I find. Ugh. Interesting. There's a America stake thing we can summon here. Alright, there's something intense along that section that we kind of teleported over. Lost our horse. That means we're being invaded. Anastasia, Tarnished Eater. Haven't seen her for a while. Wonder where her actual body is, right? Because she keeps invading us, but where is she actually at, right? Uh-oh. Bummer. A somber ancient dragon smithing stone. Kind of wild to get one from a random invader, huh? Good view, right, bud? Yeah. But why? Freaking archers, dude. Archers. Archers. All over the shop. I hate it. Guarding the town. They won't let us in. Ordina liturgical town. I got a liturgy. Liturgy is like... never mind. I'm not going to say anything because I don't have the complete definition of my brain. And I'm going to sound stupid if I say anything. So we're going to look it up here in a second. Why are there so many Albinaurics? I mean, we do see a bunch of the generic, you know, the Generation 2, second generation Albinaurics, the frog ones, wandering about, the Unchosen. But why are there so many of these, the women Albinauric here? I mean, this is the only place we've seen them. So why, what makes this place special to them, unique? What makes them unique? Okay, so liturgy and liturgical has to do with the form and way that you do worship, public practice, things like that. Bro, where is the site of grace? Because this is driving me mad. There's our freaking coffin cart friends. That's cool. Hey guys, don't mind me. This is a different, procession, actually. Different funeral cart. So there are two. What is in this one? Flowing curved sword. Legends speak of a master of the sword garbed in blue and his curved blade that was patterned after flowing water. Strong attack unleashes a series of strikes akin to a dance, offering a glimpse into the legend. I mean, yep. It's a pretty cool looking sword, actually. So, yeah, we've read that a bunch with the blue fairy talisman. It's got some interesting little swirl designs on it. The material looks weird. I guess it could be metal, but I don't know. It doesn't look to be a regular metal. Now, one thing I didn't actually mention or talk about with this sword, this is me post when I was doing editing. But the moveset, we didn't actually show the moveset because it is a flowing curved sword. So the movements, the attack motions of it are very much so. Look how elegant and dance-like it is. It is very much a flowing type of thing. And even the two-handed moveset is pretty well the same. It doesn't really change at all. And as you charge it up, you can get more consecutive attacks in there. Very much a flowing thing. And there's kind of the question of why is it here, right? Because it's on a ceremonial or burial coffin cart. And it's a weapon that came from a master garbed in blue, just like the blue fairy talisman tells us about how bestowed upon a blind swordsman. Well, he goes on to teach Millennia, because if you go and you read the prosthesis wearer heirloom, though born into accursed rot, when the young girl encountered her mentor and his flowing blade, she gained wings of unparalleled strength. It is talking about Millennia. I mean, one, it comes from Millicent, who has direct ties to her, but then this, born into rot, a flowing blade, who is a blind person who defeated the god of rot, and then she gained wings of unparalleled strength. Well, she's often referred to as the Valkyrie. And then even later on, we get another thing from one of the Clean Rot Knights, and that's a winged sword insignia. It's a talisman depicting a raised prosthetic blade bestowed upon knights who fought alongside Millennia the Severed. It gives you increased attack power with successive attacks. So it all kind of fits together. And that's probably why you would find the weapon here, is because this is a path that Millennia took. Millicent is following in Millennia's footsteps. This places a lot of strong ties to Mikola, and so with them being siblings, it's just a natural fit. On top of that, there's also the Nox flowing sword. It also has flowing in there too, because the blue fairy talisman does mention that it was a sword that was bestowed upon a flowing sword upon a blind swordsman. So, I mean, the one right here, the flowing curved sword, makes a lot of sense because it naturally is that, right? It specifically talks about, you know, a curved blade that was patterned after flowing water. It strikes akin to a dance, offering a glimpse into the legend, right? And a whole master garbed in blue. But, you know, in a way, I could see this kind of fitting in a way too, because a lot of the Nox stuff, it's silver, it flows. But another tie in there too is the fact that you get underneath the earth, specifically Limgrave area, and you got the Shifa River, which means fairy, right? And so it all kind of fits together. I say under Limgrave, and honestly, it's probably not even really. Like, that's where we kind of jump in, is eastern part of Limgrave, but then, in truth, it's really under Caelid, right? Shifa River flowing under here, connecting up here. What's it, branching off into the Ainsel River here. Yeah. Holy cow, side of grace. My goodness. I don't think I've ever had that much trouble finding this spot before. It's probably because I took a weird way around, right? Okay, let's check out this river, which will allow us to summon things for some reason. So that means there's something crazy here. There's an item there. Actually, there's a bunch of the glowing lights, and they lead up to a Sorcerer's Rise tower thing. Frozen crab, lots of little crab babies. Strip of white flesh, so something bloodless. There's a land octopus there. Big, or a statue that can be broken. They must have been made out of the same, like, meteorites, if they have smithing stones in them, because that seems to be what they're made out of. It's actually red slug dudes too, and this whole spot looks a little different. Great Worm Theodorix. His face even looks a little different from the other magma worms. See how he's got that orange glow to him? As though he's actually kind of magma'd in the inside. Got a nice poison going. Get some good bleed effects maybe. Except he's going to do that, which is super annoying. So we'll just wait here until he decides that he's done. Owie. Use this too, why not? Is he confused? That's what you get for doing stupid moves. Stupid charge. Can I get the critical, please? Nope, no critical for me. Why would I get that? Alright, let's hit him with another poison slash while we can. I missed. Still missed. This doesn't work too well on him. This maybe slice open his belly. Good job, bird. Not too bad. Great enemy felled. He will actually fight the land octopus over there too. That land octopus is no joke either. We got a dragon heart, and a new draconic power is available. Ready for us. You can see there's some butterfly things here, kind of luring us up, right? And you can say, oh, there's a path I can go. Oh, look, there's an item over there too. Interesting. There's a place I can go. There's a crab over here. So, again, I know I, kind of feel like I've gushed about it before, but I really like, and this is, it's not even unique to FromSoft. This is a just good game making type of thing, where if there's a kind of hidden path, but you want them to find it, you want the players to be able to see it, you kind of sprinkle it with just a little subtle clue, an item, an enemy. That way they know, hey, there's a spot I can be. I could go check that out if I wanted to. And I always really appreciate that. I really like it. Because it just rewards those who really kind of look and pay attention, little details. But then that also kind of brings up the question of, well, is there anything else? I mean, we got a big thing. But is that just kind of a, I don't want to say scapegoat, but it just kind of fools you into thinking there isn't anything else over here? Oh, nope. Land octopus and a door. The Cave of the Forlorn. Alright. Wonder who that could be. Forlorn is sort of abandoned, lonely, right? We're going to double check. This is going to turn into a nice vocab lesson, this whole thing. Pitifully sad and abandoned or lonely. Oh, there's a wyvern body in here too. Wow, look at that. Fairly large, frozen in here. You can actually see there's stuff down below. Looks to be more jellyfish. They're a bit angry. Oh, maybe we can use this opportunity to look at the Trina's torch. Oh yeah, see, there's a face right there. Almost has a sort of third eye looking thing on the forehead, I would say. Hair going wild around it. The scripture underneath it reminds me of the stone tablet things you'd see and stuff. Alright, it's kind of cool. Misbegotten. That kind of makes sense because the Misbegotten are definitely sort of unwanted, right? Pitifully alone, sad. So you think too, right? The whole Consecrated Lands thing is the Unchosen. That's supposed to be the thing, but it's still a trial, right? Its place is pretty dangerous, it seems. So do you think the Misbegotten kind of end up here too because they are also sort of unwanted, punished by the Golden Order? And so Mikola just kind of gathers in the cast-offs, the unwanted, the Albinaurics, maybe even the vulgar militia, people who've accepted the rot in millennia, like the Clean Rot Knights, and then also the Misbegotten, right? It would make sense because unwanted, they're just slaves essentially. I mean, you have Hugh, who is trapped in the Round Table Hold to just make weapons for the Tarnished. And it's very unique as far as caves go. A lot of the other caves and stuff you get, I mean, it's, standard assets that they're using, just cave stuff. But then this one, I mean, it's not. It's all frozen. There's a whole clear lake that you can see through, which is kind of crazy because that means there's space underneath for us to walk. So you have to, I kind of wonder, how did this section of water get frozen without just being at the bottom already, right? Was it just floating here and then it froze? Or did it all freeze and somebody excavated underneath it? It's a game. Can't apply too much real world logic to it, because you start thinking about things too hard and then the illusion of it all starts to unravel. This actually goes really far down. Freezing grease. And here we are, boss fight. That drop down actually does remind me of another cave where we fought a beastman. No beastman here. Oh, look at the sword. Misbegotten Crusader. So, here's the thing you notice about these guys. They use swords. Wow, okay, that's cool. So he's got a golden sword. He's got an arch thing. We can see he does a pose. It's hard to see completely because we were really close, but it was a pose like the Golden Order. Golden Order totality, inner order, outer order, one of the two. See if he does it again. But even the sword seems to have arcs on it, kind of like the Elden Ring or something, or rune arcs. Makes almost a circle between the top and the bottom. 1, 2. Do it again, buddy. So where did this guy get that sword? How does he learn to use it? Yeah, okay, so he puts out his right hand. I guess if we get the sword, we could probably do it too, right? Golden Order Greatsword. There it is. Alright. Take a look at the sword. A great sword made of light, modeled after the Elden Ring itself, hence the rings, right? Forged by King Consort Radagon to proudly symbolize the tenets of the Golden Order, one of the legendary armaments. So Radagon made it. But telltale signs betray that this was once the great sword bequeathed to him by his first wife, Renala. And then you can do the unique skill, establish order, raise armament in a salute, releasing a golden explosion. Repeated input send out waves of golden light. So, right, we saw him kind of do it. He does an order type pose, which, yes, that makes sense, because it's the Golden Order sword. Let's see here. You can see the hash marks a little bit across the hilt to symbolize, like, Radagon. But if you kind of watch it, it almost seems to shimmer and fade a little bit, or transform. It's very interesting to me that it makes a full ring. You know, it's a circle. And then the actual hilt, or the pommel, sorry, would maybe be more of the rune arc. I mean, when you do look at the Elden Ring sign, like different great runes, they are circles with various other marks on them. But it is, yeah, why would Radagon take his sword? This would have been a Moonlight Greatsword, like we got from Ronnie. And he took it and turned it into a Golden Order one, which is totally messed up. To me, that really makes it seem as though he didn't care for Renala at all. If he was willing to take that kind of gift and then turn it into something else, to me, it's like he just didn't even care at all to begin with. So after leaving the Cave of the Forlorn, we need to talk a little bit more about Radagon and the Golden Order Greatsword. Specifically, why is it even there? And I can kind of see a couple potentials. On one hand, maybe Radagon came here and it got left in some fashion. And I don't hold much faith in that idea. I don't think that's true at all. I don't particularly believe that Radagon or Marika or whoever came up into these snowfields at all, unless they did passingly at some point, because it is adjacent to the Giants mountaintops, and so perhaps, right? There's also the potential, given its location here on the course of water, that perhaps the sword was lost along this and then fell down. But of course, it's a whole frozen river and lake, so yeah, you know, how is it supposed to flow if it's frozen? So, maybe not there. But there is this other idea that the sword is in the hands of a Leonin Misbegotten, who have a very strong pull or tie to legendary armaments. You see the first one down in Limgrave. What does he have, or what is he guarding? He's guarding the storied sword of Castle Morn, the grafted blade. And then in East Caelid at the Redmane Castle, there is another Leona Misbegotten who is actually guarding the Ruins Greatsword, another legendary armament. And so they seem to have this strong tie with legendary weapons, specifically swords, great swords, because each time it is a great sword. It's not as though we find them with the axe of Godfrey or something along those lines, right? So that seems to be their strong ties. So it's possible that he actually got a hold of it and then simply ended up here, and it's just a cave that they sort of reside in. And that one in particular has a different name. It is the Leonin Crusader, Misbegotten Crusader. So, I mean, what is a Crusader? Somebody who goes out on a mission of their religion to spread it. I mean, hey, let's look it up again. Let's look at the specific definition of Crusader. Crusader, a fighter in the medieval crusades. Okay, a person who campaigns vigorously for political, social, or religious change, a campaigner. And a lot of times when you do think of crusades, or crusader, you do think of the crusade, somebody fighting for Christianity against, Islam or anything along those lines. Right. So, is he a crusader for the Golden Order? Well, I can't imagine that they really care about the Golden Order. So who does he care about then? Well, it's gonna be Miquella. And with the Golden Order fundamentalist spells, the Rings of Light, that stuff actually has ties with Miquella. Miquella was a Golden Order fundamentalist, and we can see the first evidence of that in the Ring of Light. Discus of Light, incantation of the Golden Order fundamentalist. Produces that ring, throws it out, comes back. A gift from the young Miquella to his father Radagon. So to me, that implies that Miquella crafted this spell. He created it and then gifted it to his father, who was another Golden Order fundamentalist, somebody who wanted to lead it or was in large control of it, right? A gift. And then after that, what happens? Well, Radagon gives a gift of gratitude back to Miquella. So he produces Radagon's Rings of Light, which is a large ring using the Golden Order totality symbol or motion gesture, and does a ring all around a large area. And then Miquella abandons fundamentalism. Even though he was somebody who peered into the heart of things, could craft these spells, a golden unalloyed thing, he abandoned this because it couldn't treat Millennia's cursed rot. And that's when he began unalloyed gold. So even though Miquella is no longer a Golden Order fundamentalist, he has strong ties and roots, origins into its whole society. Its, I wanted to say program, but that's not the right word either, right? Their system. And so with the Crusader, he would wield it because it does have things that Miquella uses. And in addition, when we fight the Albinaurics down here, you can see, look, they cast the Discus of Light. They're casting Miquella's spells because, again, they are another group who is basically abandoned by everybody, and so they have been accepted by Miquella, and now they are using his spells. They've become converts. So were they part of this whole crusade thing? I mean, the Albinaurics held some deep ties to the Halig tree, which apparently has things to do with Miquella. So it all kind of fits in together. And then this whole place too is, like it said on the map, it's a land of the unchosen, but it's a trial. Even though they weren't chosen, this is a trial for them, presumably to get access to the Halig tree. And it all culminates here at this city here, or town. This town, liturgical town, a place of like how you worship. That's the whole thing about its name. It all tying back into how they like their belief systems and things like that. All right, so there's one other spot we're gonna get here. There's a couple things left to do. We need to go to this. There's a Sorcerer's Rise. We're gonna go get that, and then we also want to go and get. We got a new worm power that we're going to read about from Theodorax. So let's do that, and then we're going to call the video. It'll be the eastern half of the Consecrated Snowfields. Hey, look at that. There's actually a little candle thing here. I haven't seen one of those in forever. Is it going to take us to these catacombs? See, there is more reason to explore at night because there is a lot of stuff you can actually get that you normally wouldn't see because it's day. This actually takes us... Oh, does it take us up to the teleporter? Okay. So this could be your clue to get to there. But it does mean we gotta fight through a bunch of wolves and then the red wolf. Oh, wait. No. He's not going to the teleporter. Oh. Oh, it's a seedbed of stars. Because where are we by? We're by Sorcerer's Rise. Okay. Hopefully that does not bombard us to death. It's like falling comets. Okay. Oh, and he goes right here. Does he? Oh, he just drops down. It's another one. There's two of them. Okay, do we really want to fight all of these? Why are there so many? So my understanding too is those aren't necessarily easy to make, right? Those are bunches of sorcerers together. Oh, what is this? A rune arc. Oh, neat. Never seen that chest before. It looked different too. But here we are. We're at the rise. Okay. Yeah, so these, you know, the seed beds, those aren't just casually made. And the fact that there are 3 right there by this tower seems fairly significant, right? And this is the Albinauric rise. So was there an Albinauric sorcerer? You must solve the puzzle to enter. Oh, so we saw we were going to be slick just jumping up. Okay, so there's a puzzle. Solve the puzzle. Okay. Albinauric. So there was an Albinauric sorcerer of enough renown or something in order to have his own rise. Oh, it's a ghosty dude? Okay. There's 2 imp statues. Okay. Does it tell us what to do? Solve the puzzle to enter. So maybe I killed 1. Does that do something? Okay. There's a second one? Or is it the same one and it just respawns? It reminds me a bit of the other one in the Altus Plateau in the woods. We can't actually summon here. Dragonfly. Now we have Imp Spirit Summon, actually. Yeah. You summon 2 fanged Imp Serpents. They seem fond of each other's company. I actually really like them. I used them on a different character before as like my summon for that one. They're pretty good. See, they're just kind of staring at each other still, too. Huh. Yeah, not very strong, though. They're really good, actually. The seal and the rise opened. Oh, okay, I guess I did it. Alright. Yeah, they're pretty solid, because they do blood loss build up. It's not really a lot, but if you are also doing a little bit, they can stack up kind of quickly. A lot like the Vulgar Militia soldiers, if you can summon them, or militiamen. And then, in addition, they're just so nimble and moving around, they can really distract guys. You got one of them throwing pots, which is really nice, too. So far, this rise seems pretty standard. I don't see anything abnormal. There's not an elevator. I guess that's sort of abnormal. But, I mean, it's not that strange. Albinauric rise. I mean, granted, there's a bunch of Albinaurics. There's Albinauric archers here. And there's a seed bed. Graven Mass. A Graven Mass, that's what it's called. So here we have the Graven School. Primeval current is a forbidden tradition of glintstone sorcery to those who cleave to its teachings. The act of collecting sorcerers to fashion them into seeds of stars is but another path of scientific inquiry. This is... Yeah, so the Graven School Talisman depicts a school of Graven mages, the nightmare of the academy, And then this one depicting the first school of Graven Mages, a nightmare that would continue to haunt the academy. So this was the first one. Very interesting. So was this the very first one? See how it does have crystals kind of sprouting off of it? Does make it seem as such. Was it an Albinauric who did it? Just as another path of scientific inquiry, right? Alright. Last but not least, we have the Cathedral of Dragon Communion. Let's see what Theodoric's gave us. So here we have Theodoric's Magma. Superior incantation, power of the Great Worm Theodoric's. It transforms them into a great worm to spew large amounts of magma breath, allowing for one follow-up attack. The name of the ancient troll warrior Theodoric's lives on as a hero of the war against the giants. So he basically would have been somebody you would have found in the Catacombs, right? The giant conquering hero's grave, because there were all kinds of trolls in there. So this troll warrior would have been entombed there. But he partook in the Dragon Communion, which transforms him into a worm, because that's what we learned from this one here. Those who perform the Dragon Communion will find their humanity slowly slipping away, and when they fully succumb to their fate, they are left no more than worms that crawl the earth. So it can happen to trolls as well. So he did the same thing, and then eventually that is a fate that was left to him, which is really, it's cool. It's kind of cool. But that's it. The next one, we are going to go and we will do the western half of the Consecrated Snowfields. There's quite a bit for us to do. You know, we just really just hugged right along here, and we had plenty to do. So we're going to go along here. There is a cave there, ruins, bunch of crap there, and then another building of sorts up there. And I mean, when we looked down from Castle Saul, we saw the building stretching over this thing, and we didn't even look up here on the map after we got it. A tree with a tiered city around it. We actually saw that emblem before on the secret medallion. When we hold it up, you actually see an image of what is probably this city here. A tree in the center, because that's what it is, right? With ringed terraces around it. And actually, the way this one shapes, it kind of reminds me of a tree spirit. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll check all this out. But we know that there should be a walking mausoleum as well. So, yeah. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. And until the next one, take it easy.